necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
You Yes, indeed. There is a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 96.9 and 103.9. And we're going to be answering your questions eventually here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Tonight, 11 years on national radio. Yes, 11 years with all of you all across the nation, all across the world. And I want to say hi to everyone on Facebook and say thank you for joining us. And thank you to everyone on YouTube. We're going to be answering some questions on Facebook and YouTube first. So please be sure to share the page. You want to be sure that you're in the action. And tell everyone it is our 11-year anniversary. So in a wink and a blink of an eye, here we are, 11 years. How did that happen? I'm really not quite sure. And last year, on our 10-year anniversary, we had a big party at the center. Well, we ain't having a party today, everyone. Leave your party balloons home because that's not happening. Why? Because we're on lockdown. So what are you going to do? There are people who have had to navigate things, and I guess we could have had a Zoom party. I guess we could always try that midway through the show. But how does one really celebrate? We are with you. And as long as we are with you one way or another, energetically, transmitting through the radio waves, you know, this show was born on just the radio waves. Yes, Facebook friends, long before you were all in the picture, this was just a radio show. And people would listen in the cars. They would tell me that they would go home, get their family their dinner, and lock themselves in the room, light candles, relax, and just listen. I've had stories of people who told me their dogs would jump up on the couch when they heard my voice, tip their little head, and start to listen to the show. I've heard some pretty interesting stories. But some of my favorite stories have been the stories of all of you telling me how life has turned out for you, how things have transformed, how maybe you were pulled over on the side of the road and it was a really bad day, and you heard my voice through the radio. And then something inside of you said, come on, listen, just listen. And so you listened a little bit more, and then you thought, let me call in. Let me talk to Sarah Spiritual. Let me ask her a question. And then there are the letters I get, the emails of those of you who, well, you were having a bad day. You were at that crossroad. Life was really swallowing you whole, and you didn't know what you were going to do. And then something I said on the show made you decide it was worth trying something one more time. And that was the time that life changed. You see, I never know where my words are going to land. I never know where the frequency of the energy is going to touch. I just don't know. I just sit here with the microphone in front of me, and like a free form, I allow the thoughts, the vibration, the energy of spirit to flow through me so that I can communicate to all of you. And how do I do that? I'm just open. I'm open and receptive to the energy, knowing that there is a governing force that is driving all of this, that there's an energy that placed me here, that something somewhere is helping us all. And many of us, well, will refer to it as God, because there's a power. And no matter where you are in these very unprecedented times, these difficult times, these times of feeling lost, alone, separate, no matter what's going on, you have found yourself asking some important questions. Am I where I want to be? Is life as I wanted it to be? Is there a change that I want to make? Many of you who are asking the question, what can I do to feel happier, to feel better, to feel more secure, more aligned with what I desire? Many of you are asking questions. Is this relationship working? This business? This job? Is this the job I want? And many of you during these times are stepping outside the box. You see, we've all been caught up in a box of activities and deadlines and things that have been necessities so that we could survive. And then that way of life, that routine has been removed. Not for all, but for many. And I know there's much conversation. Oh, well, our rights. Who are they to tell us to stay in our houses? And then there's the thought, well, I want to be safe. I want to protect myself, my family, and I want to respect others. So there's all schools of thoughts as we hear this. And then there's that thing called money. Lord, we do need that, don't we? And how am I going to make a living? And how am I going to put food on the table? And the thing that we liked or didn't like, that we loved or hated, be it our job, wherever you are in the spectrum of experiences in your work, well, suddenly, for some of you, most of you, that was removed. And you were told to go sit in the corner and wait till we say you can come out. Well, never did I think that 11 years ago that we'd be sitting here having this conversation. I think many of us thought that the pandemics and such were something in the history books, not really looking for that to pop back around. We've been through some recessions, we've been through some crashes, many of us went through the horrific 9/11. Some people are actually disappointed we didn't have zombies. Might have been more entertaining than being locked up in our houses. But whatever is going on in the world, it's a distraction. It's all meant to create energy that removes you outside of yourself. But one thing happened. When we were sent to go to our corners and sit with ourselves, no matter what the real mission is behind all of this, on man's realm, God had our attention. So when you sat alone, you could only watch so much television, you could only eat so many cheese dips and chili and all these great little tasty things that I saw everyone making. There's actually a Facebook quarantine cook group here, by the way. So I was watching some really good food being made, and people were losing themselves in that. But when everything was done and they thought of enough things to keep themselves busy, all of us had just a little bit more time left. And then we had to take a good look at ourselves. You had to look. You had to ask yourself, who am I? Who have I come to be? And what in life has created this experience for me? What in life has shifted my world? And am I really on track for what I want? You had to go face to face. What's that song? I'm looking at the man in the mirror. You're looking at the person in the mirror. And you are the cumulative conditions of experiences that have defined some of your actions. Some of the experiences have dictated how you act and react. And somewhere along the way, some of the luster and the light might have been stripped down over the years. And there you were, on quarantine, on lockdown, maybe just finishing a bag of chips, looking in the mirror, and looking at you. The whole of you, the soul of you, the totality of you. And it's time to ask yourself some real challenging questions. Because we don't know what we learned. We don't know what tomorrow brings. So at the end of the day, when you put your head on the pillow, you really need to know that everything is going to be okay. You need to know that you love you and you believe in you and that you're proud of who you are and who you've come to be and that you represent your own personal light. That's why we start the show with "There's a Light." Because you are the light. You are the experience. You are the being who has come to express yourself. So perhaps you've been showing up to the world in a watered-down version. And as we begin to integrate back into life, as many of you across the globe are, don't lose sight of those quiet moments. Don't lose sight of the experiences that you've had. Because life is filled with opportunities to shift and change. This one happened to be a catastrophic one. This one was a wake-up call. And it's not all about disease and death. It's about each one of us having an opportunity to rebirth ourselves. To make a choice. Am I where I want to be? In the path of life? Am I living to my fullest potential? Am I shining a light as I desire it to be? Am I with the partner, the experiences in life that I want to share? Or am I just taking up space with someone that is meaningless and empty? Or maybe you're alone. And the reason why you're alone is because you didn't let anybody in. There's so many stories that we tell ourselves. We have to peel back those stories and get to the root. The root of who you are, and find out who you've come to be. So tonight, on this night of the 11 years of being with all of you, I want you to look inside of yourself. When I look back at the story of how I arrived here, never did I think in a million years that this would be where I would be, and especially not for 11 years. I didn't think that. I just kind of, landed in the right place at the right time. But when it happened, I wasn't so uptight on the plan of life as how I thought it was going to be. I didn't worry about how would I do something or how would I express myself. I didn't worry about would anybody participate in the radio show. When an opportunity was presented, I said, oh, why not? Many great life experiences and discoveries have been born by people just following that, what have I got to lose? Why not? We've got to follow the prompting. And for many of us, until we've been on this quiet time, we've been too busy by distraction, to really follow the prompting, to really listen or feel the feeling. We just look inside the box that we live and say, no, don't know where that's going to fit in, so can't do that. Or, no, my friends and neighbors don't see me that way, so can't do that. Or, well, who's going to take my son or my daughter to play practice or volleyball? Or all the stories and excuses that we have. And believe you me, I had quite a lot on my plate when this came up. I had a center. I was running my center, make all the products at the center. I was sitting doing readings all day. My son was in baseball. I had to drive him to the baseball practice and pick him up and then run back to the center, do some more readings, then scoop him back up. It was quite the run. And then, when I was done with all that, I actually was their national anthem singer. So sometimes even when my son didn't have a game, I would do a couple of readings, and then at 4:05, I'd be like, I gotta go, I'll be back. I would pray there was no traffic on Okeechobee Boulevard. And I would go to the baseball field, wait for the game to start. Sometimes we'd have a drizzle and we'd have to wait. Be like, I got a schedule to keep people. But I would stand there. And then they'd put me out in the field, high heels and all, you know me. And I stood out there and sang, oh, say, can you? And then off I would go. Think about it. You could do a lot in a very little bit amount of time if you just focus. That's how I lived 4 years of my life on national radio. Running from one place to another place to another place, to running home, to walking my dogs, to baseball practice, to then showing up on Wednesday nights to answer your calls, to going home and prepping the things for the next day. Well, just like all of you. We lead busy lives. But we have to take the buzz out of busyness, because with all that vibration of buzz all around, you can't hear the promptings of God. You don't know when it's time to make a change or a shift. You don't really know. So now's the time. Even if you're emerging back into the world and grateful to still have a job, stepping back into your role, be in gratitude for the opportunity. But if that opportunity does not fulfill you, if that opportunity does not make your heart sing, if that opportunity is not taking you on the path of where you always imagined you would love to be, then ask the universe, ask God, ask your angels to open up another door for you. Ask them to shift the energy for you so that you could have a shift and a change. And life could be wonderful for you, the way you imagine it to be, the way you would love for it to be. You're a powerful being. Maybe you just didn't ask loudly enough. Maybe you didn't believe deeply enough to attract and draw forth to you what you desire. Every day is a perfect time for you to have a new beginning. So if today you were caught in the routine, remember, tomorrow brings a new routine. And I do understand that at this time, many of our routines, they've been messed up a bit. They've just been going. And we don't have answers as to how to go back to normal. But what was normal anyhow? And was normal really normal? There are a lot of things we took for granted. A lot of things that kind of held us down and kind of made us believe in things that maybe were, again, distractions. Use your time wisely so that you can discover your purpose, your passion, and what you serve. Because this is the day that you can shift and change everything. And this is the day that life makes all the difference in the world. We're going to be answering questions on Facebook tonight, so load them up. I do want to know you shared the page, and I want to know you're in. I want to know you're in for the journey, and that you're ready to make a shift and a change in your life, and that you too are going to take a good look in the mirror, and that your heart, your soul, your feelings, the wholeness of you is open to the promptings of the divine, and you are ready for a new opportunity, and you're going to welcome it, and you're listening for the promptings. I'm going to be listening for all of you right here on Facebook, and we welcome your questions. So we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go right back to all of you, and we're going to start our conversation in a place that is filled with action. So Facebook, get ready. Can't wait to see what you've got to say. By the way, thanks for joining us. Stay with us. Don't go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
Before I walk through the door, do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know.
For soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Everything comes when the stars align. Well, not if you're in sunny South Florida and you get a rainstorm and something hits something and hello? Well, what? Call 888-565-1470. What? It's not working? Yeah, imagine my surprise. Call-in radio with all of you on our anniversary. Yep. Guess what happens? They got to tell me on the way down, Sarah Spiritual, we ain't got no phone lines for you. What? I'm so sorry. What did you say? Nope. They're not working. But really? Seriously? It's a call-in show. Well, we know that's Sarah Spiritual, but we don't have phone lines for you. Like, okay. So people, we are ad-libbing here tonight. We're going to do it. We're going to do it our way. I don't care if you have to call my cat and she electronically, systematically through her whiskers sends me a message. However we're going to do it, we're going to take your questions from Facebook. We're going to go to YouTube, load them up, share the page. There's no rainstorm in sunny South Florida that's going to rain on my parade today on our 11-year anniversary. Oh, Jiminy Crickets, heck no. So we're going to go to Facebook. We're going to answer your questions. And those of you listening to the radio, this is going to be very entertaining because when Sarah Spiritual had to just have the show go on, one never knows what Sarah Spiritual is going to do next. So hold on to your hats, everyone. We're going to our Facebook questions, and we're going to answer those questions. And I'm going to continue with some stories. This really makes me wish Usually on my anniversary year, we take clips from other shows and we play them for you. But no, I had it in my happy little head. It was going to be all about you people calling in and having a party. So guess what, Facebook peeps? We're going to pretend it's just like our Sunday Fun Day. Helena's somewhere in her house with her dog. You know, her dog tripped her the other day. Crazy dog. So Helena's in her house. She's going to be kind of sending me some messages here too, but Freddie's popping up the questions. We got to make him earn his keep here too, you know. That's because there's no phone lines. Doesn't mean he can't get going. So, and we got Daniel in the control room. I think he was eating yogurt because ain't much for him to be doing right about now except for turning a knob. So it's all on us. So Facebook, are you ready? I want to hear that you shared the page. Love to know that we are here. You too want to hear your questions as well. We're going to pop onto YouTube in just a little bit. But for right now, we've got Chris Cottom. Chris Cotton says, blessings, Sarah and Helena. Helena's back at her house. And any guidance for me. And Chris Cottom gives us the birthday. So I'm going to take a look at that. And what I see here for Chris Cottom is that this year has been a interesting year of new beginnings. But last year, I feel like, Chris, you've had some bumps in the road. And I feel as if life was kind of bringing some changes. And maybe there was a friend or a girlfriend that we stopped talking to or we kind of disconnected from. Because I feel as if last year you kind of felt alone and disconnected. And this year is setting you up for a whole new beginning, a fresh start. And as I look at that opportunity for you, I say this year, okay, it started off a little rocky for all of us. But Chris Cottom, I got to tell you, now when we move you forward in this energy of July, August, September, I feel as if you kind of get this new zest for life. And I'm getting this energy, Chris Cottom, that there's this beautiful creativity that is born for you and that you connect with people who are more like-minded and in the energy of spirituality and transformation. And that this time of being on lockdown has given you that opportunity to look into yourself. Chris Cottom, thank you for joining us here on Facebook. Who else do we have on Facebook? We're going to go to another question. Marty Allen. And Marty Allen says, I'm ready for a change in my job. Marty, you should have been ready a long time ago. It is time for you to make a change, Marty. And should I apply for a different position where I presently am or change locations? There is a position that is possible for you, Marty, at a different level where you are. But I am feeling from Spirit that you are ready and you got a new attitude to kind of find something that's really fresh and different. But remember that the choice and the change that you make now is going to be the opportunity for you to kind of close out this last chapter of your working career. So we want to pick and draw forth to yourself wisely. Yes, it is time for a new opportunity, and I would look for those changes on or around August. I would sit tight for just now and envision what you want, and then I would be ready to make a change after August. Thank you so much, Marty Allen, for your Facebook question. We're going to pull another question from Facebook. And let me know, everyone on Facebook, if you shared the page. And thank you so much, everyone who says happy anniversary. We've got quite a few people here for us. Joy Christina Wright. Joy Christina Wright says happy 11 years. Thank you, Joy Christina Wright. And she would love and appreciate some energy update for David and herself. So let's take a look at this. So I feel as if you and David have been in a bit of a disconnect, and that disconnect needed a little mending, as Spirit says. But I do feel that even though we're on a little bit of a different page, we're not totally off into a different book. So we just need to allow David, in his separate time to himself, to really find his way back. He's working on building himself as a person, working on building his career, and getting himself on a personal track that means something for him. So Joy Christina Wright, hold tight on this one. Honor yourself, be true to yourself, but I too want to tell you that he needs a little space, and then I feel like there'll be an opportunity to reconnect this relationship and really see if it's meant to be. But right now, what's meant to be is a little bit of space. Thank you, Joy Christina Wright, for your Facebook question. We're going to go take another question from Facebook, and let's see who we have here. Holly Costanza Donaldson. I love answering questions, and I love talking to Holly Costanza Donaldson because she wants to know the next step in her life and what's coming up for her. You know, Holly, this is a really important time for you because you hold a lot of energy, of divine energy. You're very gifted spiritually, and what's next for you in this journey is for you to take a turn down the spiritual path and find a way that you can be of service and assistance to others. I feel as your husband grows in his business, grows in his new career, I should say, new opportunities, as I see that growth for him, I feel as if it frees you up to express yourself and to be a little bit more who you've come to be. So thank you, Holly Costanza Donaldson, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here for ourselves on Facebook? Luly Mendez. Luly Mendez says, hey, I've been going through a lot of shifts in my life. Yes, 2020 most certainly is responsible for that. So anyone who's had more shifts on top of what 2020 gave us, my hat's off to you, Luly Mendez. But Luly Mendez says, am I on the right track now? And this, too, is a really important time for you because this is a year for you to connect, network, and really align yourself with all the right people. I want you to imagine that this time is a networking connection moment and that every person you meet is an equal part of a puzzle that is going to be a full picture of what you are designing for yourself in the end of 2020. So every happening, every person, every connection, all has meaning, all has substance, and all of these have this powerful tune for you on your journey of life. And when I fast forward you to next year, your career skyrockets. So Luly Mendez, put your one foot in front of the other. You are making the right shifts, and on those shifts, wonderful things are going to happen. Thank you, Luly Mendez, for your Facebook question. We're going to pull another one from Facebook, and we're looking forward to answering all your questions here on Facebook, so be sure to pop them up here in the feed. We've got Deja Griffin. Hi, will I get an unemployment payment next week? Deja, that is the $1 million question. Oh my goodness, that's like hitting lottery these days. But let's take a look. So let me take a look and see how this is going to play out for you. You know, Deja, there's been a lot of holdups, but I do feel that there is an opportunity for you to get approved and for things to be pending and moving forward. And I do see money coming for you. I feel as if we've been in a holding pattern for about 6 weeks. So my spirit guides are making me feel like it's about darn time, honey, that check comes in the mail. So we're going to hold that vision as a yes, my dear, and you will get money, and I feel like it's close. So something's coming, I don't know what it is, but it better be unemployment. So we are ready for you, my dear. So we're going to just let this happen for you, and we're really glad, and hold the vision. You waited long enough. You and everybody else, we've been waiting for that money. So universe, show Deja Griffin the money because we don't want to focus on being unemployed. We want to focus on being rich. So thank you so much, Deja, for your Facebook question. Well, everyone, they're still working on the phone lines. Anyone know the number to Comcast? Could you make a call for me? Could you say that? Sarah Spirituals, not very happy with you right now because we don't have our phone lines for our anniversary show. But it's all good, everyone, because we are answering your questions, Facebook, YouTube. But for this minute, I've got to take a minute to hear from my sponsors. And then when I come back, we're going to go right back to your questions. And if you ever wanted all the attention to be on you, Facebook, if you've ever wanted it to be all about you, this is your time. It's your Wednesday night to shine. So stay with us. Don't go away. You know, we're going to be right back.
Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me?
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
For soft, rich, and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize, and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail, Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM, and we are answering your questions all across the globe, except we're on Facebook, except we're on YouTube. The phone lines aren't working yet. All right, everybody, we're going to have to really pray this one back up, so we'll let you go praying. They're trying to tell me that I just made it happen electrically wise. Like what? Nope. It's electric, boogie woogie. Okay, we are answering your questions, and I'm going to go to Facebook, and we are going to answer the questions on Facebook. And then I got a couple more things to share with you. We've got some really important things coming up, but we'll talk about them in the beginning of the second hour. So we've got Nash Donaldson. How will I meet my next guy? Well, stand outside and say next. Nash Donaldson. That's all you got to do. Someone's going to step up. But I know you want the guy. And the guy, well, the guy's coming. But Nash Donaldson, at this moment in time, you've been getting ready for that. You see, this is the time for you to really kind of get some things lined up in your career and focus that momentum financially going forward. And then when I spin you into this next year of 2021, there's a guy there. And I feel like the interactions you make this year, which I don't know how much public interaction you're going to do in the beginning of this year, but as I move you to the end of the year, I feel like you meet your next guy out and about at an event or a gathering, I guess with 10 or less, and you're going to meet him there. So I feel like this is a time for you to really be certain about what it is you want to create and how you want to have a relationship with someone and what that will look like and feel like for you. So Nash Donaldson, thank you so much for your Facebook question. And we're going to go back to Facebook. And who else do we have here? Colette Teeny Bunny. Okay, Colette Teeny Bunny. I'm going through an awakening. You are, Colette. And here's the most magical part of your awakening. When I look at your birthday, the first thing they make me aware of is that 3 years ago, you really went through a shift. So I'm going to take you to 2017. And this 2017, 16 into 17, more specifically from Spirit, they make me feel as if it was a bumpy road for you. And that kind of made you take a good look at where you are and who you are as a person. And to not be to the drum of someone else's music, but to your own. And this has been a very powerful time of healing self and opening up more and more and learning to trust the universe, Spirit, God, and the angels. And when I look at this energy, Colette, what I see here for you is that in the time of your birthday, it was a great awakening because it was as if, even though the world was getting ready to shut down, you were just waking up. And as you move yourself through this year, I see a lot of connections with the angels, the guides, the fairies. I see most powerful healing energy around you. And I do feel as if this awakening is going to put you on the path of a way shower, someone who is out to create for all mankind. So yes, you're waking up, but you're not waking up to the usual reality. You're waking up with a whole new attitude. Thank you, Colette Teeny Bunny, for your Facebook question. I love our Facebook names, everyone. Miss Teeny Bunny, you are waking up, honey. Who else do we have here? Jill Mraz. I have a Facebook question. She wants to know why she keeps breaking out. Is it something that I'm eating? That's a great question. And although I'm not a doctor and I can't give you any medical advice, I do feel that there is something out of the digestive tract that is disrupting you. But I also see, Jill, a very emotional component associated with this breakout. I feel as if the breakout is representing some of the things and experiences that you're not able to express, and it's got to come out somewhere. So I feel as if there's some pent-up frustration, disappointment, anxiety that is not being channeled properly, and it is erupting as acne. So, my dear, I want you to do some work on self-love, self-nurturing, and I would love to help you in a personal reading and help you discover that little aspect of yourself that isn't feeling good enough and worthy so that you can embrace who you really have come to be and not really allow that to disrupt your interaction with others. Remember, my dear, you are beautiful and you are well and you are safe. And when you self-nurture self, what you will find is the external begins to calm down. Take a look at what you're eating, but let's take a look at those emotions, my dear. Let's pull up another question from Facebook. My Facebook friends are getting quite the show tonight, and I would love if you would share the page. Please let me know. I don't know how many shares we have. Freddie, how many shares we got going on here? Because we really want to share this page tonight and see what we've got going on. Who do we have here? What shares do we have? We've got Brianna. I think Brianna said she was going to go to the grocery store right about now, and she would be right back. Do I think she made it to the corner store and back? Probably not. We're going to pass on Brianna's question and pop back to Brianna's question because I saw a note on Facebook that she was running to the grocery store. Who runs to the grocery store in the middle of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah? I don't know, but she's been following the show for a while, so we'll let her slide. We got Quatisha. Quatisha says, any advice for starting my spiritual business? Quatisha, I got a lot of advice for starting your spiritual business. Word of mouth is your greatest gift. And for starting your spiritual business, you want to attract people who are, well, not in your immediate circle. It's really good to start with people that you don't know so that you can truly shine your light and be the person that you've come to be. And I would start in a very simple way and build up your repertoire and build up your talents so that then you can build something that is booming. And when I look at the fear is really tied up in not being good enough, not being worthy, and sometimes we're afraid how other people are going to interpret us. Remember, when you're truly opening up to Spirit, it has nothing to do with you. If I worried about all the things that came out of my mouth during a radio show, during a reading, I would drive myself nuts. If I got worried or was fearful, I wouldn't be able to utter a word. I just share everything that Spirit gives me. I open up and I share it all to everybody. So, Quatisha, I want to thank you so much for your Facebook question, and just trust the process and share yourself with people who, well, you don't know them. It's just easy to be a conduit of God's energy and allow your love light to flow. Thank you, Quatisha. We wish you much blessing and love and light on your spiritual business beginning. Who else do we have here on Facebook? We're going to continue answering questions on Facebook, and then we're going to pop on over to our YouTube friends in just a bit. So we've got Denise Hemlung, and Denise says, mine is, and then she's got somebody that she knows, and she says, do I see a connection? So let's take a look, Denise, and see if we see a connection. Oh, Denise. This individual is really building on some expansion for themselves, and I feel a connection, but I don't know that it's a sound, solid love connection. I feel like it's more of a connection of friendship, camaraderie, an experience together for all of you to just get to know each other on a deeper level. But at this moment, I'm not quite feeling that love connection. I feel as if they might not be as solid for you as you think they are. Thank you, Denise, for your Facebook question. We've got a couple of things coming up I wanted to share with all of you before we close out our first hour and come back to keep answering more questions for you on Facebook and pop on over to our YouTube. But I've got a pendulum power class coming. Do you want to know how to use a pendulum? Have you ever talked to your pendulum? Do you think I need to have some answers, but I don't really know how to get answers, and I need to know if it's my imagination giving me some insight, or it's really something important like Spirit conveying something? We've got a way to use a pendulum to clear energy, to heal, and to get messages. And that class, everyone, is only $7, so you can go to sarahspiritual.com/events and be sure to sign up for Pendulum Power. It is going to be on June 2nd. I can't believe we're halfway through the year, peeps. June 2nd, only $7. It is about a 2-hour class. Come hang with us. It's online, and all of us, wherever we are across the globe, we can take Pendulum Power. I hope you join me. We had a fabulous abundance class. The universe was really showing us the money last night, and we had a lot of great concepts from Spirit as to how to manifest money, how to shift everything in our energy to attract abundance and meaningful time in relationships. So we are so excited to be sharing this Pendulum Power class. And then we also have coming up boot camp. Are you want to work out with Sarah Spiritual? Let's get spiritual. I want to hear my spirit talk. I don't want to hear my body talk because it's talking like, oh my God, Sarah Spiritual. It's been a long quarantine. So we are ready to tune into Spirit. If you want to know how to work your spiritual gifts, align and develop them, then this is the class for you. We are going to exercise your spirit body, and we're going to learn how to make these connections. Again, visit sarahspiritual.com/events and learn more about our boot camp. That begins on June 9th. So everyone, we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. I think I've got to call Comcast myself personally and say, listen, did you not know it's our 11-year anniversary? And hello, I don't even have a dial tone here on the radio station. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away, because you know, Facebook, YouTube, we are going to be right back.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone. that touches her.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Take my hand and walk with me so we can go where we'll be free and we will see the world differently, where one heart can go. Look beyond the years gone by and all
spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, call in and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Love may hold the answer we are looking for.
Love may open up another door. And here we are. Hello? Is anybody there? 888-565-1470. What? It rings once and they hung up on you? Yeah, that's what's happening, people. So, nothing we can do. So we're just going to go with the flow. Like being on lockdown without a phone. Imagine if we were on lockdown and we didn't have our internet and a phone. We'd really be stir crazy. So let's be glad we at least had that through this craziness. Yeah. You should take a picture of that. Post it on Facebook. Dear Comcast, thank you for interrupting Sarah Spiritual. Yeah, I'm telling you, Freddie, take a picture of that stuff. Hold it up. I will take a picture. We're going to post this on Facebook so everybody knows why we cannot answer the phone lines. It's going to hang up before I'm ready. There we go. Call declined. They don't care. Wait till Comcast hears from me. Anyway, we are going to be answering your questions. And then I've got some interesting things to share with you that I was saving for the end, but we'll just weave it into the second hour with all of you. Because we are back. What is that? How lovely. Apparently they love me too. Okay. Happy anniversary to me. Comcast hates my little guts. Happy anniversary, Sarah Spiritual. You ain't got a dial tone. I don't know what's going to happen. See, now I'm feeling like I need to go back on stage. Father had a business, strictly secondhand. Everything from toothpicks to a baby grand. Stuff in my apartment came from Father's store. Even things I'm wearing, they've been worn before. It's no wonder that I feel abused. WWN doesn't have phone lines for my party. All right, we're just kidding. Sorry, WWNN. Just messing with you. No, it's not your fault, but hot dog. We're in a hot mess here. But anyhow, we are all here together, and we've got some interesting things to share with you. But first, I want to make a big announcement. Really big. We are back open at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Yep, we're back. Yeah, I got my hand sanitizer. I got my Lysol. We are cleaning. Got my poor kid who's at the front desk wiping down the counter. Like, listen, kid, you don't clean your room, but this dog thing over here, you better be cleaning. So we are ready for you. And we are holding the space and the energy for you to come through the center, pick up your sage, your incense, your books, your crystals, your jewelry, and sit down with a personal reading from Sarah Spiritual. You'll be all the way on the other side of the room, but I can still see you, and we'll be good. But we're doing our best. You know, we're coming back, and it was a really long 7.5 weeks to be shut down. And this year is our 14-year anniversary of doing business. And we were all set, but thank God I didn't, order all the party goods. I was really thinking we need to have a party for St. Expedito, or at the very least have an Archangel Michael party in September. I didn't cross off the party in September yet. I think we can still pull that off. But my goodness, we were going to have a party. And Universe is like, hot dog, no parties. You're not having that. Comcast is like, hot dog, no phone calls. So here we are. We are all navigating changes together. And if there's anything I want you to learn from tonight and our experiences, that we have to web and go with the flow here. We've got to go with the flow. And life is going to throw you curveballs. And it's what you do when life throws you a curveball that helps define you. It's the energy that you have in your life that can shift and change everything by how you create your reaction to a situation and a circumstance. So, we're making jokes. We're kind of laughing it off. And is it what I imagined? No. But let's get real, people. Has 2020 been like what we imagined? Hashtag heck no. So we're going with the flow, and we're trusting the process. And some of us have our own opinions as to what's going on, what's not going on. But it doesn't change this. Now, we have all paid attention to the fact that life is precious. And that whether it's from a virus, something else physical, maybe we haven't been paying attention to the fact that we need to care for our body. We need to move forward and care for everything around us. We need to pay more attention to being clean and clear. We need to pay attention to our actions, our reactions, our emotions. It's a time to be a wake-up. And this wake-up call has everyone's attention. And I know it's making history, and you're part of history. And you might be saying, well, shoot, Sarah, I didn't want to sit in my apartment to be part of history. I wanted to be back in my life. Well, you still have your life, is what I want you all to remember. You still have your breath of life. And that breath of life can truly make all the difference in the world for you. Because you can start again. You can redo yourself. And for some of you, and I want you to hear what I'm going to say, this setback that's going on in the world may truly be a setup for a comeback in a different way, because the door may close, but God closes a door, he opens another window or another door. There's always another opportunity. So you may want to look at what's inconvenient and looks like it's caving in on you as a way to step out of something that might have been collapsing anyhow and stand on the rubble and use that to reach a new height and step away. This is an opportunity for you to let go of attachments and things that no longer serve you, to really look at where you are and move forward and really find your own inner peace and your own courage. Because human beings are, well, we're very resilient. I know we all run around, wait, what's going on, complain. But when the push comes to shove, the human being is extremely resilient. And we can overcome anything. So whatever life is throwing you as a result of this situation, pandemic, whatever you want to call it, it's a crisis. But how you react and whatever's coming your way, you can use it for your own greater good. If you use your wisdom, your intellect, if you really open up your heart and say to yourself, what is the right thing to do? And how can I do it to benefit myself and everyone around me? Well, this is the part where I used to go, we welcome your phone calls at 888-565-1470, but I'll tell you this. Write it down. Save it for next week. We will extend our party. We'll just have a party next week, that's all. They better have a cake for me, that's all I got to say. and drinks. We need drinks. At this point, we're going to need drinks. I'm kidding. Let's go back to our Facebook. Helena just sent me a message, so I'm sure she sent me somebody's question. And I saw some really, really good questions here. So let's see what we've got going on here. And we've got Kevin Paul. Kevin Paul is on YouTube, and Helena screenshot this for me. So Kevin Paul, how you doing here? And he says, happy anniversary. Thank you, Kevin Paul, for joining us. Would like to know what the spirits and thy angels are saying to me. Thank you. Kevin Paul, amazing energy, amazing light. I feel as if you have this radiant connectivity with creativity, with momentum. I feel as if you are meant to lead and assist other people. I feel as if there's a strong energy of entrepreneurial business energy coming around you. And Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, is with you. Archangel Michael is the angel of protection. But I also see this really powerful warrior spirit that is walking beside you to make sure that you're all right every step of the way. They make me feel as if, Kevin Paul, you've overcome some odds and you rose out of some darkness or difficulty in your life, and you've put yourself on a path for your own personal greatness. I also am made aware that there is a great connection in the heart of a female energy who stands above you. She feels more like grandmother energy, makes me feel as if she was close to you, almost as if she feels like a mother energy, but she feels more like grandmother. She stands above you, and they make me feel as if she holds for you this great love and connection, as if she is holding this space of she always believed in you. So, Kevin Paul, thank you so much for your YouTube question. And we're going to pull another question from Facebook right now. Let's take a look and see who we have at Facebook. Priscilla Christine. She's in Coral Springs, so thank you for joining us from Coral Springs. Do I see any transitioning happening in my life and mental peace? You know, let me tell you this, Priscilla. You are a wonderful spirit and kind-hearted. You have a wonderful soul. You have helped many people. But you need the spirit of discernment as to who you step forward and assist in the journey. And when I look at this, this is a great time for you to make new friends, for you to connect with some new people. And I do see mental peace and some transitioning happening in your life because it's time for you to step away. I hear the word drama, so I don't know what is dramatic or difficult going on in your life, but they talk to me about drama and make me feel as if once we step away from those who cause an imbalance around you, girl, you're going to be just fine. You know what to do. Find the courage and make the shift and change. And if I were to give you a timeline, I really feel like you feel more centered and calm, and the mind chatter begins to slow. And I'm going to take you into the month of July. There's something about the month of July that this Independence Day feeling makes me feel like you are independent. Thank you so much for your Facebook question, Priscilla. Who else do we have on Facebook? You know what? Let me see. I saw a question here. I want to find here. Let's see here. And we got Ella Warzos, and she says, what news Spirit has for me? You know what, Ella? A lot of what Spirit has to say to you is bravo. You've got a new attitude, you have a new beginning, and you've put a lot of time into your connection with your angels and spirits. And I hear from the angels that they love you more than you love them. So, oh, you know what song I heard? I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow. Your angels love you, they hear you, and thank you for connecting with them. I've got a question here on Facebook. I was scrolling here, and I want to answer a question. I just lost it here. Brianna's back. Let's pop on Brianna's question if we can pull that back up. Brianna, thank you for going to the grocery store in the middle of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah and coming back, but we're going to answer your question. Desiree Bermudez, thank you. She's telling Jill that I'm great and definitely do a reading. Thank you, Desiree. I so enjoyed your reading we had not too long ago. Brianna says, I feel like I have accomplished so much of the things I had set out to do. Now, where do I go from here? Seriously. Seriously, girl, you have accomplished a lot. But I've got to tell you, Brianna, that everything you've been doing is serious, and it has set you on the path of your personal greatness. I really feel that you are here to serve and assist others, and I really want you to hold on to that creativity of photography because that is really going to let your spirit soar. Brianna, you are going to move forward, and really begin a little bit more study. I feel like there's another continuation of study for you. We completed one segment, be it college, and then now we're going to move to some other program. Once you complete another program, then seriously, girl, you are on your way. In the meantime, don't lose track of that photography, because that is going to really be a wonderful, creative, and profitable outlet for you in the future. Thank you, Brianna, for your Facebook question. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go right back to Facebook, right back to YouTube. We're going to go back to all of you, and I've got a couple of more things to share, because you know what I say to all of you? Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you, and thank you for participating. We've got a little more coming for you, so stay with us. Don't go away. You know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song?
For a soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door.
We are back here live on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 103.9 and 96.9, answering your questions. And it's been an interesting day here in South Florida. Having some rainstorms coming through, and I guess the rain is going to rain on my parade because we don't have any phone lines. But if you are calling and it just hangs up, I'm so sorry. It's just how it is right now. But we are answering questions on Facebook. Pop over to Facebook. Pop over to my YouTube page, Sarah Spiritual. And you've got a question up there, Freddie, that we answered already. But that's okay because I pulled a question from my phone. So you just sit there, Mr. Patusa, and look busy. Because I got a question here. Helena Paula says, hey, when's a good time for me to go back for my country to go back to Poland around September, October, or when? And Helena Paula, I am going to say October. That's what Spirit is giving me. And Helena Paula, I look forward to your personal session that I know you have scheduled with me on Friday night. Yes, Sierra Spiritual even gets to work on Friday night with all of you. Shirley's on Facebook. Thank you, Shirley. She liked the class. Marcy Smith says, do I see her meeting anyone? Marcy Smith, I most certainly do see you meeting someone. And I kind of have a little bit of a timeline for that. Actually, this year is a powerful year for that. And I know it's kind of hard to do it with all this craziness going on. But Marcy Smith, I do hope you're still on, because when I open up the energy of October, closer to November, so we'll say mid-October, that's when the energy opens up for relationship, October into February of 2021. Whew, that's a mouthful. Can't wait to get there at this point. There's going to be love there. So Marcy Smith, stay in touch with us. We're going to manifest some love. I know I'm going to be teaching a love class real soon, because we are ready for a powerful Sarah Spiritual love class. So thank you so much. And we are going to go to, what do you got for me, Freddie? What we got going on over there? I'm making an important decision in my life and want to know, dun, 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 if Spirit has any message for me, any message about my kids. So, Marlena, this is the time for you to make a decision for yourself that makes you happy. And your kids will be fine with your decision. And Marlena Dorta, Yeomans, I do believe it's time for you. I do believe it is time for you to have a personal session with Sarah Spiritual. But I see here that your important decision needs to be a favorable one that brings you happiness and joy and looks after you. Any message about your kids? Your kids are really coming along just fine, and they're doing really well, and they've grown so much. And I feel as if your son has really developed into a very powerful young man, very strong, but he is really growing within himself as well. So thank you, Marlena Dorta, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have? Cindy Belleville. She says, am I going to court next month? Thank you. You know, Cindy, that may get postponed. If you go next month, it's after the 20th. Should be after the 20th of June, but I think it might get pushed into around the 14th, 15th of July. But that's the window for this court case that you're looking at here, and it's time to put something to a close. Thank you so much, Cindy. Cindy's one of the people on Facebook. So sorry, she said she tried to call in and it keeps hanging up. So I apologize for that. Christina Nixon is on Facebook, and I am pulling this question because I see this here and I'm scrolling through the questions. And Christina Nixon says, I am so worried about my job. Girl, I know sometimes bosses don't see us the way we want them to see us. And, you know, she's really concerned her boss doesn't see her in the light of who she is and isn't really seeing all of her talents and her attributes. And her boss is not really giving her that support. And as I look at this question, you know, it reminds me, Christina, about a lot of people who are in the workplace. Sometimes our boss doesn't recognize our talents. Sometimes our boss is being influenced by other people, and they feel this energy of the group, and we're not able to really get that connection with our boss and feel that in sync thing. So when that is the case, we can only do what we can do and go above and beyond just so much. And then it's time to look for maybe a new boss, a new division, somewhere else to go. But sometimes personalities just don't jive. but I know it makes work really uncomfortable. And when you feel as if your boss isn't seeing you in the light of the talent you bring to the table, it is very disheartening, and you can only work in that environment so long. So thank you, Christina. My spirit guides are telling me it is time for you to begin to look for a new opportunity, and better to look for the new opportunity on the way of you creating something that's powerful for yourself at your pace. What else do we have here in the Facebook questions here? Thank you so much. Sharday Haran, what month is my soulmate coming? Someday he'll come along, the man I love. Let's see. Well, Sharday, you should ask what year, because I don't know what month. But I got a year for you. I got that this energy of 2021 is really better suited for relationship for the right partner. Like, you can pick up just any fella between now and then, but the right guy comes along in this 2021 time, because that has a much better frequency for you, and it's a powerful time for you. This year we've got to get some things set in career, get your finances together, and get things moving forward. So Sharday Haran, hooray for you. 2021 is your year. We're not going to give you a month, but you are in control of how fast it comes by being open and receptive to love in 2021. Thank you, Sharday Haran, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here for us on Facebook? We've got Darlene. Darlene Bogsignori. Okay, close enough. She's a new follower. Thank you so much for joining us. And she's in New York, and she's had much loss and pain. Are my angels with me? She's feeling kind of desperate, out of sorts, and she's really seeking some good energy. And so, Darlene, the first thing that I'm made aware of is that when I look at this energy, this year has been, actually since the end of last year into this year, before this COVID went on, you were really going through a tumultuous time. And I feel as if the body feels uncomfortable, inflamed, almost sick. I feel like you don't feel well. And I'm also feeling this inflammation, and I don't know that it's diagnosed or taken care of properly. So you've got to work with your medical professionals to heal your body a bit. But I also feel as if you're feeling very much alone, and that you are feeling abandoned. And so I say to you this, Darlene, that you are stronger than you realize. There is an opportunity for you to get the assistance that you want from a medical professional who will guide you through the right treatment. And I know that we are missing our loved ones who have passed, who are close to us. And I also feel as if there's a relationship or an ending that happened in the very recent past that is also contributory to this great heaviness and loss. Trust that your angels are with you. Ask Archangel Michael to surround you with light and protect you always. And the angels will lift you up, and they will raise you up. Thank you so much, Darlene. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to our family. Like the page, follow the page, keep in touch with us, and we will send the healing angels to you. Thank you very much. Who else do we have here? Helen Marquez. She says, will I please share a message from Spirit for you today? So let's take a look at this. So Helen Marquez, the first thing that I see here for you is that this is an opportunity to start a new project for yourself. I feel like there's a project that's creative that you're supposed to take on that kind of opens up new avenues and new opportunities. These opportunities for you, Helene Marquez, are going to assist you in transforming yourself so that you can have a better quality of life and joy. So this is something that brings you great joy and creativity and expression. Look for this activity to come to you and enjoy yourself in this process. Thank you, Harlene Marquez, for your Facebook question. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to come back to Facebook, come back to YouTube, and continue to answer your questions right here on WWNN, live on Facebook and YouTube. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and I am Sarah Spiritual.
Know me, do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room.
For a soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
And we are back here live. And I got a message here from Marlene. She's like, oh no, Sarah, I literally stepped away and missed your answer. Just scroll back. Scroll back just a little bit when the show goes, after we close out the show. Mark the time and take a look. You will find your answer, my darling. We have thousands and thousands of questions here, so this is so interesting. So, Freddie, what do you got for me up here? What you got? Lourdes Gomez. What are my next steps? Lourdes, take a good look at yourself. I see here for you that this is an important time for you to step out of your comfort zone and to work on some business plans and business ideas, because next year, fasten your seatbelts, honey. A lot of money, a lot of abundance comes to you. Feel like we're building momentum for finances and career. So thank you, Lourdes Gomez, for your Facebook question. Your next step is to work on your plan as to what you really want your life to look like and put it into motion for next year, because that's your year to shine in career and finances. Thank you, Lourdes Gomez, for that Facebook question. Who else do we have here on Facebook? We have Cassandra DeSante. Hey, Cassandra, good to have you here on our Facebook feed. I need to move from where I currently am renting and living, and I'm not sure where to look. What is the best place for me to, I'm going to assume it says go here. So, Cassandra, the first thing that I am made aware of is that this move has to happen by around August, and I am feeling that you have to move out of the state that you're in, which makes me feel as if that would be a little difficult or uncomfortable. But, Cassandra, I think that we really need to make a bigger move than just move locally here. So I'm not sure where to look or what is the best place for me. Cassandra, shoot us a message in the feed, please, and let me know what state you're in, and then I can tell you where to go from there. Thank you so much, Cassandra DeSante, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have? Okay, we've got our YouTube. We've got Steve Greco. Do I have a message for him and my frustration I've been facing? Steve, what is that birthday there? What is that first number? Is that a 10? Okay. So, Steve, the first thing that I see here is that, wow, you've been like taking 2 steps backwards every time you take 1 step forward. So, Steve, what I am seeing here from Spirit is that you have an opportunity to shift this energy by standing up for your truth, speaking your truth, and letting God lay down the line for you some changes. What I want you to know, Steve Greco, is that in this time of not feeling heard and not getting things to fall in front of you in the proper place, that this has been a challenging time because it's impacting you emotionally, physically, and spiritually. But I actually see some concerns in the physical as well, because I feel like it's starting to wreak havoc, this emotion, this frustration in the physical body. When I say this to you, Steve Greco, I want you to know that allow 6 weeks to go by and then begin to take action on what you want. I do hope you private message me, Steve Greco, so we could talk about this a little bit more. Send me a message. Perhaps we can have a personal session, because I'm feeling like a lot of things are private that are really something that we need to discuss offline. Thank you, Steve Greco, for your YouTube question. Who else do we have here on Facebook? Janine Lebois. Janine says, I need some guidance, please. And Janine, I've got to tell you that you've got a beautiful heart. You're an amazing, talented, gifted individual who has been giving out from your heart so much for so long. But when I look at this energy for you right now, I see that this time is a time for you to take a step back and really self-care, self-nurture, and begin to shift your ideas as to what life and work mean to you, what you need to do for yourself first before you concern yourself about rescuing and helping a lot of other people. Janine Lebois, I feel as if you've been very dedicated to family and connections and friends, and now you're going to self-care and work with you. As you move yourself forward in this energy of 2020, when I place you in 2020 September, I feel at that time that there may even actually be a time for a physical move, a physical relocation. So you may be moving, and that shift and change will begin to open up new doors and possibilities. Stay tuned to your angels, follow your intuition, and trust that everything is working out for you perfectly. Thank you, Janine Lebois, for your Facebook question. The angels are with you. Who else do we have? All right, we took care of that. Well, who else do we have lined up here on our Facebook? Alexandra Manino. And she says, I don't know if my question went through. I'd like to see how my mother-in-law is doing. Alexandra, in order to answer that question, I need your mother-in-law's birthday, and I am pretty sure that I don't know if that's her birthday. So I need verification on that before I can answer that question as to whose birthday this is. Marlena Crow, I'm getting ready, she says, to start a new diet product. Do I see her being successful in losing the weight that you need? You know, Marlena, I feel like you've done a lot of self-examination. You've done a lot to assist yourself in work and working out. And as I look at this energy, Marlena, I feel as if this is a time that it's not just about the product. It's about how mentally ready are you to make the change. And I can say to you this, Marlena, this is an opportunity for you to transform your physical body, because your emotional and mental self have been being transformed for quite a while. So thank you, Marlena Crow, for your Facebook question. I see success coming for you. Desiree Bermudez. Desiree says, hey, Sarah, Capricorn here. She wants to know about a particular individual. And I guess her question is, What do I see for us 2 decades of friendship? Well, I see that you will always be friends, but I feel as if the relationship is growing a little, I want to say a little stale. I want to say that there's a time for change and a time for shift in this relationship. And I don't know that we're on the same page to have anything more than a friendship. So at this point, we have to decide what we both receive from this friendship and if it's worth sustaining it in the fashion that it's been for all these years. I know this individual has been there for you through thick and thin, but this relationship most definitely is something that is best left in the friendship bucket. So do yourself a favor and honor them for who they are and your differences. I see that they have, well, a little more fiery personality than you do, but let's just stay in the bucket of friendships for now because you both have a lot of personal work to do within yourselves, and we don't want to lose the friendship in that process. Thank you so much, Desiree Bermudez, for your Facebook question. And thank you, Desiree. I know you had a reading with me not too long ago. I appreciate you greatly. If you'd like to have a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, I welcome you to visit my website. We have so many different readings that we offer. I offer a spirit guide and angel session, a general session. I offer a soul journey where we get to see where your soul has been and what the meaning and purpose is of this life and the repetitive patterns. I also have another powerful tool that I experience with people called soul integration. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people have been needing that soul integration. It's when we take the aspects of ourselves, that little aspect of child that felt alone and neglected, and we begin to nurture that child and bring the child back to the future so that you can feel whole and complete. So many of us have traumas and disappointments that have happened in life that have separated us from our personal self. And, well, it's a time for you to open up and really love yourself and to take a notice as to how one has been self-sabotaging along the way. It is a powerful reading. It is probably the most popular reading we've been doing, well, pretty much since the pandemic started because we've all been feeling a little triggered. And let me ask you, how are you feeling? How's everyone doing out there? Shoot me a message on Facebook. We care. We are here to support you. And we've been doing this for 11 years. Why? Because we care about all of you. We have had our eye on each one of you, making sure that you are okay, no matter what trial and tribulation you've been through. And in the process, we've been holding light. There's a reason why we start the show with "There's a light." Because the light that we see, it's not just the light that man sees. It's the light through the way God sees everyone. If you talk to the angels, they say there would be no imperfection because they see not that imperfection. They only see the perfection of each one of you. And each one of you need to be kinder to yourself, gentler. You need to appreciate who you are. And I do hope that this lockdown has given you that opportunity, well, to really, really love yourself and to really appreciate the reason why you're here. And every day is an important day in your life. When I decided to do this radio show and all the changes that we've had, it started out quite, well, it seemed like just kind of fell into my lap. But 11 years ago, it started out as an hour show. And we journeyed through that hour show, and then another hour opened up. And so we were on for 2 hours. And I was on a different station. We've been on NN for now 3 years. Streaming, I was on the other station and streaming as well on NN. And then when that station made a program change, again, I had to duck and weave. I had to go with the flow. So I had to decide what to do. Just like many of you are trying to decide what to do. What do you do next? Life threw us a curveball. When life throws you a curveball, you have to really ask yourself, what do you want? What's important to you? What makes you happy? Because I think along the journey of life and trying to please other people, and we saw a question from someone about their boss, not seeing them in the same light that they see themselves. I think we have been so busy trying to please other people that many of us have forgotten who we are. And those of you know who you are, but maybe you lost yourself in your external projection of yourself. And because you have to dance to the beat of other people's music, you don't really know what your own rhythm is. And this is an important time for you to step back into the rhythm of your life and understand that there's nothing you can't do. But the best thing to do is the thing that fuels your success. Many of us have built our success on the fact that someone didn't think we could do it. And so we decided we would prove them wrong. But essentially, we were living from a position of their projection of who they thought we were. But this is the time when you need to know who you are. I'm not making a prediction, but I will tell you this. The world will continue to change in ways we have not even fathomed. And because of that, you need to know who you are, what you represent, where your truth is, and why you are here on this earth, and how you can make a difference. I know not everybody has the time or the platform to dedicate their life to assisting others. I understand that. I've been fortunate enough to build a platform that lets me connect with all of you. But I want you to remember that simple, random acts of kindness go a very long way. And that when you care for other people genuinely from your heart, amazing things happen for you. You see, we've been taught to do in this world. Cause and effect. If I do this, I'll get this. When I show up here, this happens. And we've become so systematic in what we do. And then people ask things of us, but we know that maybe there's another reason why they're asking, and we've become so analytical and question everything. Instead of dropping down in our heart and learning the truth, and knowing the truth within ourselves, we've become a guarded, removed society that objected greatly when we were removed from interacting with each other. But maybe that was the problem, interacting with each other, living in the shadow and the light of what other people expected us to be, or living in the energy of what society expected you to be. Whatever the story, there's a little bit of truth in everyone's life by that statement. And it is an important time for you to get to know what that truth is and to take the illusion out of the story. Because this is the time when the reason why you came to this earth will be birthed. And I can tell you, it could be 24 hours, 48 hours worth of labor, or it could be an eternity worth of labor. It is up to you how hard you work to get to where you've ultimately come to be as a human, as a spiritual being, and of course, as a connection of God. Don't forget that you came here so that God could live through you and bless others. Does that sound like what you're doing every day? Imagine waking up and saying, I'm going to live my day today so God can work through me and I can bless others. That's going to take a lot of anxiety off your day. Because if God's working through you to bless others, I think God's going to take care of you, don't you? You have to take yourself out of the stories and take yourself out of the fear. Does not mean any disregard to what's being told, and most certainly what precautions we need to follow. I'll never tell someone not to follow those, but I want you to look in your heart. You know your truth. And you also know, inside, down deep, in your knowing, the meaning of your life. And those of you who are stuck in a cycle and a circle of what isn't working for you, it's time to break the chain. It's time to break that everyday routine. And this experience is pushing you to do it. Don't wait for another catastrophe to happen. Don't wait for something to disrupt you. Don't lose a loved one to realize your life didn't have the meaning that you wanted. Don't wait till it's 2 years before your last couple of years of life to sit there and say, oh my God, I didn't live my life. Today's the day to live your life. That's the one thing that I've learned through all of you, that everything is possible. Because I've seen miracles happen for each one of you week after week after week after week. And you've made it happen. I know we like to think some external forces pulling the strings and making it happen for us, but the first step is believing. And all of you believed. You believed in what we do here, you believed in yourself, you believed in the messages from Spirit, and you truly trusted that everything was happening for a reason. Believe that you have power. Believe that anything is possible. I'm going to give Dan a heads up and ask Dan to pull the song Be a Light for us, because I do want to close from that. And I don't know if he's in his boardroom there, but if you could find that song Be a Light, because before we close out the show, we're going to just let that close us to the end of the show in just a moment, because I want you to remember that each one of you being a light is going to make all the difference. And those of you who know that I channel songs, this song was given to me Saturday night before our first Sunday fun day after we were on lockdown, and I was told I couldn't open my center. I hope you visit me in West Palm Beach. Those of you who are local and those of you who are not, when it's time to travel, I hope I'm on your list of places to visit, because I sure would like to meet you. This show is and always will be all about you. It's not about me. It's not about what I say. It's about you getting the light, the love, and the gift from God that you deserve, and for each one of you to know that you are worthy. But step into the light now. In a world when we don't know who's telling the truth and what's really going on, inside you know, do what is right for you. If it makes you happy, it cannot be that bad. And I want you to embrace the light that you are. I want to thank you and ask you to listen to this song, and then we're going to bid you farewell, because this is our 11th year of being connected to all of you. And although technically things didn't go the way we wanted, it's okay. We were together energetically. God bless you. Be a light. And we are going to share with you everything that we can. And remember, your questions on Facebook will continue to be answered. Visit my website. Join my boot camp. Be a part of our pendulum class. Look for my love class. Look for my spiritual cleansing and protection class. All of these classes are going to be coming up, and we're going to be doing them all online and remotely, and especially knowing that each one of us is always connected. Thank you for all of your comments and everything that you've shared with us here tonight on Facebook, and all of your congratulations. We greatly appreciate everything that you've done. And we're just going to check and see if Dan's almost ready, I think. There we go. He's ready. Thank you, everyone, for sharing time and space with us. I ask you to be a light. Share your light. And listen to the words. Look at us now. What have we done? And how can we make this world a better place? Until next week, know that we love you. God bless you. Be well, stay safe, and I am Sarah Spiritual.
What will change the course of life? I don't know. Where is light? Where is love?
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were